What's up, YouTube? What you're about to watch is just me kind of rambling and talking out loud, trying to get to what I need to get to from absorbing so much content and information. So if that's not something you're really into and you don't really care about that and you're really just here for like the vlogs that I post occasionally, hey, come back in maybe 2 or 3 months, you might find one. But if you're interested in like what my internal thoughts are when it comes to content creation, for me personally, I would say stick around and watch. All right, now to get into the video. Yo, what is up, YouTube? It's your boy Kendrick back again with another YouTube video. I think I got like 20 or 30 on the channel right now, so I feel like I'm doing pretty good. I was watching a few YouTube videos on the way home. For those of you that don't know, I work a few different jobs, but one of those jobs is Uber food delivery, and I occasionally get headaches, and that causes me to be like, hey, I can't drive because I don't personally feel safe driving on the road with other people, yada yada. Essentially, I was on my way home from having a headache, and I was listening to different content creators talk about their journey to content creation, like their failures, their wins, and all of that stuff. And I felt very inspired to make my own video about why I don't feel that I've posted as consistently as I've claimed to post, or I've claimed that I want to post. Number one, I would say for sure, is I'm always saying, yeah, and I'm gonna get back into it. And I don't have a plan on how to get back into creating content. I just wanted to make something, but I haven't figured out what something is to make. And so I ended up just making nothing. And I've recorded probably hundreds and thousands of gigabytes of footage over years and years that just never gets posted. There are so many vlogs I have that never get posted. It's made me really feel guilty, I guess you could say. I've been feeling a lot of guilt lately in general, but just made me feel guilty about not posting, about not being like a man of my word. And so through that guilt and embarrassment, I end up not posting, if that makes sense. I think that does. I would say number two is kind of like a lack of time, or a lack of time management and using time in an effective manner. What does that mean? Most of the time I am consuming media. Most of the time I'm consuming media. The only time I'm really making media is for another client. So my main client right now is the Epic and Crawl, or Epic and Seed of Faith Ministries, the two businesses that my parents run, and they need videography and they need data collection, so I do that for them. I have created at least 10 videos for them in the last, I don't even know, let's call it 3 months at least, bare minimum, and that's not to count the pictures taken. Now, I will say that those are a lot more run and gun, and I would also say that because they're run and gun, that's not necessarily the artistic style that I like to create. Anyways, so yeah, I spend a lot of time consuming, but I don't spend a lot of time producing. I think that's where I was at in this video, and I hope I was before that, very nice, but also very not nice interruption. But yeah, I consume a lot more than I produce. I probably consume anywhere from 6 to 8 hours of content on a daily basis. Now that is me driving and doing Uber and, having something just playing in the background all the time. But at the same time, it means that I probably cannot produce. I think it's really, really hard to make something and consume something at the same time. Like eating a chocolate cake while you're baking a chocolate cake is probably a very difficult thing to do, and I would relate creating in content creation to that. Like you just can't consume so much that you don't have the time, energy to put into creating. Now, the last thing I would say that I usually do, and I got it. I almost forgot it. But it's comparing myself to other content creators. Comparing myself in general to people is one of my biggest issues that I have internally, and something that I deal with all the time. Just comparing myself. But comparing myself to different content creators, and it's like, oh, well, they did it like this, and they did it like this, and they did it like this. And feeling as if I have the capacity to do some of that stuff, but not doing it. Sorry, the phone went off again. But feeling like I had the capacity to do some of these cool transitions and edits and color grades and all of that because of what I've been learning, getting stuck in like analysis paralysis, thinking and researching and doing all that more than actually doing what I'm supposed to be doing or what I want to do. I feel like I can get to that level, and I feel like I have that level of talent skill as long as I give the attention to detail. But I just don't feel like I have the time. And then sometimes when I bite off more than I can chew, so I think, yeah, I can make this cool color grade, and then it doesn't work out the way that I want it to. And that's not just for videography and filmmaking, that's for music too. So those two things for me kind of go hand in hand. They're like, you can't have one without the other. All that to say, I am trying to just create. Like, these next few months, I am going to try and create, whether it's good or bad, and that's going to suck because I am very much a perfectionist when it comes to putting stuff out online. Like, I personally like recording other people more than I like recording myself, but it doesn't lend itself well to getting the ideas out of my head and into the camera, and then out of the camera into the editing software, out of the editing software, and finally to a presentable form for anybody else to enjoy. So this is me telling you, just create. Doesn't matter if it's good, doesn't matter if it's bad, doesn't matter if it's ugly, just create. Even with the videography work that I've been doing over these last few months, I've had success doing it, just being posted on different places where I'm like, man, my stuff has never gotten that many views if I posted it myself, but the client that I'm working for, they're getting reposted, to Oregon-wide websites and all these different things. So it's not that I don't think I have the ability, it's more so I just don't allocate the time, and I overconsume, compare myself too much, and I set the standard, the bar too high in these very videos, and that is what keeps me from posting. I'm probably gonna try and do a nice little color grade or something, because I'm pretty sure I'm shooting in log, so I'm gonna have to do some color space transform shenanigans. If you'd like to see a video on just that, me editing, I'll probably do I'm gonna create a separate channel that's under or post it to my Damar McCoy channel, just so I don't have to convolute the content that's here and there. I should have probably posted that there last time, the film content, but it's okay, we rocking. But yeah, this is just me talking to the camera, and letting y'all know that if you see some really bad video work coming out on this channel, and if you only see a video every 3 months coming out on this channel, just know that is me figuring out the process. That's me trying to understand my camera better, all those different things. So yeah, hope y'all have a good one, and deuces.